Yeah, man. And just alcohol versus herb. Alcohol versus herb. Right quick. I just really have to address this. Just the simple fact that marijuana is legal in 20 some states now. And not only is it legal in 20 some states, they sell it for medicine in all those places that they have it so called legal in. They sell it for medicine. All right. They sell the shit for medicine. All right. So God made pot, just like my nigga Buck say, just like my nigga Buck say, you know what I'm saying? God made pot, man made beer. Who do you trust? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just leave that. I'm gonna just leave that argument like that. And most of this backwardness, most of this backwardness, I have to admit, is totally due. I ain't gonna say totally, but a great in part due to the rap music now. It's great in part due to the rap music now. And me being a rapper, I have to address these. I have to address this type of thing. And a great key to the backwardness and a great factor to the backwardness has been the rap music and these rappers and the way that they have been promoted, the way they've been marketed, the way they market themselves, as well. And understanding the power of hip hop is the greatest way to understand why this is now a backwardness and why hip hop has been used against us. Because hip hop was ultimately highlighting our culture. Hip hop was ultimately at one point highlighting African culture in America, and also setting a new standard for culture as well. And also setting this new positive vibe and new positive light and new positive culture in the world. So now this whole power source has been turned backwards, and now you see everybody calling their women bitches and hoes. Women feeling like they can't have. Women feeling like they're not pretty unless they have this certain look, and certain men and men just going for this certain look. What I'm saying? This whole fixed perception and this whole negative image. As opposed to an outlet. As opposed to an outlet for hood politics. And that's ultimately why hip hop has been turned against us. And that's why it's been deculturalized, and that's why it is so important, and that's why it has to be. We have to go back to original hip hop and what it was. What I'm saying? And see, a great point is we can't see a lot of these things. So many of us can't see a lot of these things because we're right in the shit. Because we're right in the shit. And which we really need an aerial view. We really need a spiritual view. We really need a whole nother perspective. And when we gain other perspectives, when we gain other points of view, that is us getting that aerial view of the structure that we're in. So many of us can't see these things because we're right in the thick of these things. You know what I'm saying? And we need people to give us other points of views and perspectives and aspects so that we can get from inside the situation. We can get an aerial view ultimately, and we can get a bigger picture. And we can really see the big picture. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that I have to do is right quick. I have to review the Butler. I went and seen the Butler. The shit was trash. I just have to say, and I ain't gonna just say it was trash because it had its good parts, of course. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it was the movie just should have been called The House Nigga. Instead of Butler, because it was just about a house nigga. And it's so crazy that his son ultimately ended up being the hero in his mind. You know what I'm saying? His son was a freedom fighter, and a political activist type shit. You know what I'm saying? That was very interesting. But I had to just break that down because that really concretes the mind. That really concretes the mind of Negroes today in America who go see that movie and get all emotional about the shit, to not understand that it's nothing but another program, and it's nothing but a house nigga movie to keep you as a house nigga, and it's nothing but something that was very sweet. It's something that was very sweet for white people, and it was something that white people could sit up and watch and still feel good about the shit at, and I really do not You know, I really don't believe that white people should be able to watch a black oppression movie and to be able to come out feeling good about it. They should come out feeling, I'm not just gonna say bad, but they should come out feeling, you know, empathy. You know, total empathy. You know, but to just feel good and all this clapping shit at the end of the movie, it shows me that the job really wasn't done on the white psyche, you know, and on the European psyche, you know, around the world or nor in America. And more of anything, it is done more to justify and still make everything okay. You know what I'm saying? So understand, you know, all of these things. Understand all of these things, you know, for real. You know, and shit like black power versus white power. You know, black power versus white power. You know, simple word games like that. You know, back in the day, you know, when white people said white power meant separation, hatred, discrimination. You know, stay away from me. Black oppression. You know, white rule, white supremacy. You know, that's what white power meant. White power meant white supremacy. White power, white rule, white supremacy, separation, separatism, division, just us. You know, and black power is different. Black power meant, you know, love. Black power meant, you know, resistance against the oppressor. Black power meant unity. Black power meant, you know, mental discipline. You know, peace. These things are originally with justice. You know, this is what black power meant. Freedom. You know, these are the simple differences. You know, white power meant white supremacy, white rule. You know, separation type things. Black power meant, you know, just as I was saying, you know, love, unity, peace. Overcoming the oppressor, these types of things, you know, and it's crazy because ultimately now I hate it. I feel empathy. I feel deep empathy for the white people of America, because that is ultimately why they're in denial of the past, and that's ultimately why you hear the famous, you know, I wasn't there, you wasn't there, psychology complex, you know, the whole I wasn't there, you wasn't there thing. You know what I'm saying? Because simply because this is something that shows that their past is so painful, basically, that they don't even want to look back at it, you know. And that's why they try to convince us of this, you know, and that's why they try to plant this psychology into us, you know, because you know they do not want to address the sins of their fathers, you know. And you know, technically speaking, this is true. You know, I wasn't there nor you was there. But this statement does not negate the reality of its effects on either party. You know, historically, spiritually, psychologically, nor economically. You know what I'm saying? Why does this famous saying end so many conversations? You know, why is this famous saying end so many conversations? I wasn't there, you wasn't there, and shortly after that, that conversation is over. You know what I'm saying? You know, why is this famous saying in so many conversations? And what did we missed out? And what did we missed out on by continuously denying the prominent reality that racism plays in society? You know, and us being uneducated and ignorant on that reality. You know, what have we missed out on? You know, as a result of denying this whole thing. You know, the thing is, you know, white people don't have any heroes to really look to. You know, besides, and that's why they make the whole Superman, and they got all this shit. You know, they got Superman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and all this shit, because they don't have any real heroes to look to. You understand? And see, and the reason is because in real history, all the people that are figures in European history were true monsters. You know, so. The good thing about this, you know, and this is the whole backwardness to it that you know, Europeans do not understand. You know, the good thing about this is, you know, you have now a chance to be those heroes, be those heroes. You know, that that your children, your grandchildren can look to one day. You know what I'm saying? You have a chance to, you know, really come online and really begin to understand something. You know, you have a chance to really, you know, correct something. You know, even though I wasn't there and you wasn't there, doesn't mean that we can't do shit about it, bro. That's what the fuck I'm saying. That's basically what the fuck I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot ask a black man to respect the American flag, okay? You cannot ask a black man to respect the American flag. Would you ask a Jew to respect the swastika? You know, would you ask a Jew to go to war behind the swastika? You know, would Hitler ask a Jew to do that? You know, after doing that to Jews' ancestors. So this is the same parallel. This is the same parallel complex that all African Americans come from. You understand? This is the backwardness that you know white people need to understand. You know, and come up off the bullshit. You know, and be proud. You know, and be proud of finding your divinity. You know what I'm saying? And help establish the kingdom. You know, because we all have a duty. We all have a duty to clean up and stop bullshitting, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and realize, just like Tupac said, man, no matter what, no matter who you are, you know, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you call yourself liking black people, white, whatever the fuck you got going, they don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? And an ignorant ass white motherfucker, you know, is just as equivalent as an ignorant ass black motherfucker. It's just an ignorant motherfucker, period. Fucking ignorant white, black, ignorant motherfucker is an ignorant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And usually we call, you know, ignorant white people crackers. You know what I'm saying? You know, and ignorant niggas, you know, just niggas, whatever. You know, but it's all the fucking same. Alright? It's all the fucking same. Get off of the bullshit and begin to understand what the fuck is going on, man. You know what I'm saying? So these are the closing. This is the closing. This is the closing to the Backwardness 2, man. You know what I'm saying? This your boy Prophet Williams, man. Much love. Peace and blessings. God bless. God bless. I'll see you again later out here, man. We get up out of here. Peace. Cheer.